guess what you're going to learn today? You're going to learn the top 5 questions I get from churches about live streaming. Top 5. Kind of like 5 Fingers of Death. Not Bruce Lee, but kind of close to it.
Welcome to Midweek Service provided by the Church Sound Podcast. This is our version of tech news with your host, Prentiss Thompson. Have you ever wondered, how do I mic a drum set, or what about getting audio to my live stream? We're here for you. This is tech news, new product reviews, and everything you need to know about what you need to know. Welcome to Midweek Service.
Yes, and welcome to another edition of the Church Sound Podcast, Midweek Service. I am your humble host, Mr. Prentiss Thompson. And what we do every week, this is our version of tech news or product reviews or product training. It has everything to do with multimedia ministry. Everything you need to know about what you need to know when it comes to your ministry and it comes to technology. Before we begin, I need you to do a couple of things for me. Just like, subscribe, review if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure that you hit that notification button. This way you'll get the videos when they air. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 questions I get when it comes to live streaming for churches. I get this question every single day. First question is what is an encoder? Okay, so what an encoder does, it allows first of all, let's talk about the connections. It's either 1 or 2 connections. Either it's going to be HDMI or SDI. So SDI will be on your professional connection for professional cameras or professional switcher. And HDMI would be kind of, you have that on everything, your TV, your computer, like everything that needs to feed video to your smart TV or what have you. So that would be an HDMI connection. Normally what it does is it allows you to connect your HDMI output into the input of your computer via USB-B, USB-A or USB-C. So it is a way to transfer your video data to your computer so you can use it with your live stream software, or you can use it with going live with your live stream on YouTube, Facebook, and things of that nature. Second question I normally get is, when should I use a switcher? You should use a switcher and you have more than one camera. If you have one camera, you can use one encoder. Now, there are switchers that are encoders as well. I will probably say the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro is a great selection, and you can we have a link for that right in our description. I'll leave that link so you can go get that for yourself. But there are different variations of the ATEM Mini Pro. The first one does not come with it's not an encoder, so you need to plug that into an encoder. That would be the one that's $295. The ATEM Mini Pro, everything after the Pro comes with an encoder. So basically, you just go really basically out of your switcher into the computer, and this way you can live stream that way. Third question I will probably say is, how do you get audio to your stream? How do you get audio to your stream? 1 or 2 ways. You can get it right from your switcher. You can plug your audio into your switcher. You can do it that way. Or you can use a USB interface. You normally get that feed directly from your mixer, more than likely out of your auxiliary of your mixer. This way you have 2 different feeds, so you're not having your left and right feed. You're definitely using the auxiliary feed of your mixer. This way you can have a separate mix going into a USB interface, and then that is plugged into your computer. And then inside the software, say, or software is like Wirecast or free the OB. You can get that, and inside there you can set your delays. This way you can get them to say, this is the next question. Get to the next question that's really, really big, is what happens when you have audio delay issues. I kind of mentioned that a little earlier, but in the software that you use, you can change the delay to kind of match the video. Now, what if you're not doing it that way? There are devices that will delay the audio right out of the mixer into, like, say, the auxiliary into an RC input. Then you plug that into your input of your source, more than likely your switcher. So what you would do is you would just basically just eyeball it and just turn it down. There's going to be a links, a couple of descriptions for a couple of things you could probably get for that to help you with delay the audio, delay the audio to match your video, because that seems to be an issue. The last thing you want is the audio not to meet up with your video. Lastly, we have a question from a guest, and we're gonna get him.
How you doing in there, young fella?
How you doing, sir?
Pastor Brown. I want to know the difference between Facebook and YouTube.
Okay. He says, what's the difference between Facebook and YouTube?
They loud, this is loud.
So, Facebook is a social media platform that, right, if you let me. Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to answer this question this way.
Well, thank you for taking my call there, boy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You printer.
All right. So they're both platforms you can use to stream on, and they both can be used effectively. I'll just leave it there with a general statement. And this way, we can talk later,
bless
sir.
Your heart, boy. Lord,
okay.
Bless your heart.
All right. All right. So there you have it. There you have it. Top 5 questions I get from churches about live streaming. Like, subscribe, review, and share. And just as a note, you should know, so you know our release schedule for the week. On Tuesday, the audio version of the Church Sound podcast comes out on Thursday. The video version of that show comes out on Wednesdays on the YouTube channel. On Thursdays, the audio version of the midweek service releases on our podcast services, iHeartRadio, Apple, Google Play, Audible, Amazon, all your platform, everywhere you get your media for your podcasting will release on Thursdays. On Friday, the video version of that show, which is midweek service, releases on Friday. So those are our schedules for our releases. I hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you, like I always say, I will see you in the Matrix.